So I'm gonna change that picture. I don't like it. So this is my at least title for this movie. It is not good, but it had great potentials. Sinners 2025, great great potentials, solid waste. Anyways, let's read. Let's go through what I'm talking about. What? Is the Wi-Fi terrible? Okay, maybe I didn't click on it. Sorry, my anger issues. So, Sinners opens with grit, atmosphere, and promise, a moody, intense tone that hints at something bold. This word. Very important. For a moment, I was hooked, which I indeed was. But as the film unravels, so does its potential. Absolutely. Who wrote this? It's amazing. Because that is true. Because when I saw this scene, when they want to buy that thing, whatever it's called in English, I'm like, whoa, there's attention, there's like, confidence and intimidation in these characters. And I thought it was delivered well, there's tension, they provide challenge. So I was really hooked from that scene. Like, I was like, oh wow. I love vampires, and, I was really excited to see, like a black character vampire being the lead. Not that I'm a race supporter. I don't give a f about any race, to be honest. I don't care. But it's still new. And new is always welcomed to me. Not new as in never happened before, but it's like, as a lead, I don't think it happened before. At least on like a high level. Anyways. The setup suggests a raw clash right here between rural brutality, this guy, and elite power, this guy, layered with supernatural intrigue, the vampirism. But instead, that word kills me, my friends. Instead of delivering a compelling vampire story, Sinners become a jumble of shallow drama. The shallow drama thing that I got was the scene when he goes to his son's grave and we meet, is it Annie? The Annie character, I think. And from that scene, I was like, ooh. I got an ooh feeling. My heart, like, my heart was, my heart felt that I want like this. Because it really spoke to me as shallow drama. It gave shallow drama, like, big time, basically. And that made me sad. The moment he was like, he goes to the grave and he puts something on it, and he goes, something kid or son or my baby, whatever, some word like that. And I was like, dude, this is shallow drama, okay? Underused horror, totally, but not 100%. Because there were good elements, but, nobody would say, oh, the vampires in this are, like, top-notch. They're okay. Underused horror elements and confusing plot choices. The hillbillies, these guys, the vampires demon vibe. I don't know why they had to do vampire demon vibe. Maybe I missed something. Let's Google it or search it, whatever this is. What do I say? The vampires in Sinners or demonish. Expand. Tell me more. La 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 na 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 na. And we're gonna read Rotten Tomato reviews later. I hope I don't forget, because this is the third time I remind myself to read Rotten Tomatoes reviews and I forget. This okay. In Sinners 2025, directed by Ryan Coogler. This guy works with Michael B. Jordan a lot. Actually, most of his work is with Michael B. Jordan, so it's nice to see that there is a mutual respect in a relationship. But I wish if this movie was great, man. I really wish. Like, it's rated, I think, 4.2 on Letterboxd, or 4.3. Anyways, it's super high. That is extremely high. And I have to say, that is ridiculously, over the top. unbelievably over the top. Anyways, the vampires are portrayed with distinctly demonic characteristics. Why? Why did they do that? Tell me, why did they do that? Vampires are, you know, on their own, hold so much power, fear, and just, I guess, aura. You don't need this demonic characteristics thing. I don't know why they added it. This makes me feel like this person does not understand what vampire, or being a vampire, or watching vampires, or writing about vampires is about. You know, you make them, you want to make them more gritty. You add demonic style to them. You did not need to do that. You could make vampires, you know, gritty and, you know, I cannot find great adjectives for what I'm trying to say, but they don't need this. They don't need this. I don't think you understand what vampirism is revolves around, actually, you know? I don't like you now. I do not like you. I don't think you know what you're doing, to be honest. Anyways, both in their physical depiction, I know, which bothered me, and thematic symbolism. This portrayal aligns with the film's Southern Gothic horror aesthetic. I know that they were going for that, but vampires already have a Gothic style to them, bro. Like, the fuck! Anyways. Aligned with the film's Southern, and I really like the Southern part for this movie. I think they did well with that decision. By the way, I don't know if this is a novel or anything. We're gonna look it up later, but portray aligned with the film's Southern Gothic horror aesthetic, and its exploration of culture and historical themes, bro. This does not do any of that. Okay. Demonic characteristics of the vampires. The vampires and sinners, particularly the character Remick. What the fuck is this word, bro? What the fuck is this word? Okay, it's a noun. What is the name? Okay. I don't know what the fuck his name is. I'm sorry. It says character right there. Are you fucking retarded? I'm sorry. It's just, it caught me off guard. What the fuck named their baby Remick? Dude. By the way, for anyone that's gonna talk, his character, like, shows up midway in the film, and I was already checked out there. And I wrote my review. I know how I'm writing, okay? So don't tell me anything. But I was checked out. I'm not gonna lie. Portrayed by Jack O'Connell, whatever, he's probably Irish. Exhibit traits that go, well, let me reread, I lost. No. Okay, his character is demonic. Exhibit traits that go beyond traditional vampire lore, which is disgusting decision. Remick is depicted as a sinister Irish vampire who brings chaos in 1930 Mississippi, leading a group of undead that threatens the protagonist, Duke Joint. These vampires are just bloodsuckers. Just bloodsuckers? This is how you know you're dealing with garbage, okay? These vampires are not, oh, I'm so retarded, it says not. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Genuine apologies. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think I'm dyslexic. Full on. I'm not even joking. Okay. These vampires are not just bloodsuckers. They embody a more profound malevolence, reminiscent of demonic entities. They did not need to do that, okay? The demonic part, no need. I genuinely believe this part is the ruiner of the film. At least a good part of the film. Because it genuinely dulled and watered down the vampire elements. I should write that in my review. How am I gonna write it? Like, wait, let me think. What do I want to write? I'm forgetting. I'll write it later because I'm too focused on this. Hopefully I don't forget. Oh, please don't forget. Okay. Where am I? Demonic entities. Their actions and presence are tied to themes of cultural appropriation and, systemic oppression. Sorry, I cannot read. The vampire's desire to exploit the musical talent of black characters, like Sammy, serves as a metaphor for how black culture has been historically co-opted by white society. Okay. Okay, for now. Okay. Expand. Because I'm not American, and I don't give a fuck. Sorry. Banned. Embarrassing. And, to be honest, I don't give a fuck. Not because... Okay, I don't give a fuck. That's the honest truth. Okay, where was I? Where was I? Some thematic. Serve as a metaphor for how black culture has been historically co-opted by white society. Really? Like their music? Are they talking about the music? Or, I assume more, but like such as what? I don't know. This, oh god. Allegorical? What the fuck is this word, bro? Oh, hell no. Don't give me weird words, bro.
Allegorical.
Oh, fuck. Allegorical. I will never use this word. It just sounds obnoxious. Constituting or containing allegory. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck allegory is, man. An allegorical painting. Symbolic. Okay, just say that. Metaphorical. Just say that. Figurative. Representative. Emblematic. My goodness. My utter goodness. This symbolic. Anyways, this allegorical layer adds depth to their... No, it does not. No, wait, what am I talking about? Ah, okay, this is not about the demon stuff. This is about the black culture stuff. Okay. I get lost quick, I'm sorry. This allegorical layer adds depth to their demonic portrayal, positioning them as symbols of cultural leeching and assimilation. Bro. These are very interesting points. Wait, let me copy them because I know I'll forget. What was this for? The action? No. Okay. Systematic. The vampire desire to exploit the music talents. As never before. Okay. Okay, the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing. Copy that. Boom. Don't look at that. Do not read that. Okay? I'm just a writer. That's what I do. This allegorical. Let me just expand. Don't read that one. This is the review I wrote it here. Anyways. Okay, let's get allegorical layer adds depth to their demonic portrayal, positioning them as symbols of cultural leeching. Interesting words. And assimilation. I don't want to talk about race right now because it's not my thing. And I genuinely don't care about either white people or black people. And none of them are my people, and I don't even care about my own people. But, if someone said I'm leeching off your culture to me, no matter what they were, I would get fucking angry, baby. Like, I would get so, like, what the fuck are you talking about, Anyways, but this is in general, that's what I'm saying. But historical background, I don't know much to say. Symbolism, and I'm talking what I would react. For me, Zainab, Symbolism and thematic depth. Look at this work right here. Do you agree with it? Because I don't. Zainab don't. The film uses the vampires to develop into complex themes such as racial dynamics, well, you made that clear now, culture, heritage, and the supernatural by infusing... what if I... Oh, okay, forget it. Okay. Culture, heritage, and the supernatural by infusing the vampires with demonic qualities, which is asshole move. Asshole move. Oh my god, I forgot to close this. Cinema movie, Spicy City. Okay, thank god, nothing weird. Oh, thank god, you have no idea. Anyways, with demonic qualities, Sinners emphasizes the, oh boy, pervasive and insidious nature of culture exploitation. Yeah, I got that now. The vampires need to be the vampires need for invitation to enter spaces. A common trope for vampire lore is used to symbolize the various ways black community have been complicit. I like that. I like this part. I understand this part. I get it. You know, and I like its infusion with vampire um, culture. Common trope. This symbolizes the vampire way black communities have been complicit, willingly or unwillingly, in allowing oppressive forces into their lives. Furthermore, let me copy that. Where am I? The vampire need. I'm gonna copy these parts because I like them and they're gonna help me write a review. So, expand on the review at least. Okay. Furthermore, the film's setting in Mississippi Delta during the 30s, a period rife with racial tension and cultural evolution, provides a rich backdrop of these themes. The vampires' intrusion into the setting disrupts the protagonist's attempts to create a safe space for black. I like this part as well. For black expression and community, highlighting the constant threat of external forces seeking and undermine black autonomy. I don't really know what that last part was. Conclusion. Bro, the demon shit, I hate it. You're not talking about the demon shit. You're talking about the vampires and the black community, and I get the, relation. I like some of it, of course, but the demon part is I hate, and I'm pretty sure you're trying to point out that white people are demons and are sucking your soul. I'm pretty sure that's what you're trying to say, which is maybe in the 30s. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm not American, so who fucking knows. Conclusion. In Sinners, the vampire's demonic portrayal serves as a powerful narrative device to explore themes of culture appropriation. I got that. Okay, this is conclusion. I forgot. Systemic oppression and the resilience of black communities. Their characteristics transcends traditional vampire tropes, positioning them as embodiment of historical and cultural demons that continue to haunt marginalized communities. Explore the dynamic. No, the demonic vampires. No. Oh, don't give me two responses, bro. What are you not confident for? And it's like the same thing most of the time. No, it's not the same. Okay. I'll take a longer one. But this one has longer. I'll take a longer one. What is this? Wait. Absolute, no. Oh, expanding. I ask you to expand. How black culture has been historically co-opted by white society. Cultural appropriation as predation? I don't know that word. Okay. Let's skip this. The invitation mechanism and complicity. I don't really give a shit. Okay, let's finish my review. We're talking about the review. Okay, I'll do this later. I don't feel like doing it now. Michael B. Jordan plays dual roles. Is that okay? But the identical twins. Okay, this part of the review, I get it if you disagree with it, because I kind of disagree with it too. I might edit it later, because it's like it's saying part of what I want to say, but it's not saying it right. Okay, I'm gonna read it now. But anyways. Michael B. Jordan plays dual roles, but the identical twins twist adds nothing. There's no emotional weight of his. I wrote this when one of the twins' character died, before he became a vampire. So I was like, I don't really care. Like, there he is, you know. So the idea that I want to express that, why did they not cast another person rather than Michael B. Jordan playing twins, identical twins? Like, you can still make the characters twins, just not identical. That's also possible. You can easily explain that with one line in the film. That's what I want to say, but I don't know how to put it in words. So honestly, I don't feel like writing about this part anymore, because it's not a big part of the film either. But it's something I feel like I want to like work on. Anyways. when he's still very much present in another form. It feels like a gimmick, not a plot device. I don't know. You take that with a grain of salt, man. Anyways, for a vampire film, there's surprisingly little vampirism. That's what I'm saying. There are mostly demons than vampires, and that disgusts me to a fault. No transformational sequence like this. You saw like a scene or two, which is disappointing. And I know the movie's already considering it's not long, but it's like not short either. It's like 2 hours some. To me, that's long. I like movies to be like less than 2 hours. I don't think you need a lot to give me a good story, or visuals, or acting, or writing, or directing, anything. No transformation sequence, no tension-filled feeding scenes. Ugh, I know. Like, who else remembers watching The Vampire Diaries? Who else? Because that shit was like the core of vampirism, bro. Anybody that wants to make anything vampire-y should probably watch that show. And I'm sure there are a lot of good shows out there that have a lot of vampire elements, but Vampire Diaries is my favorite. No tension-filled feeding scenes. It's so disappointing, isn't it? And none of the seductive or mysterious show. Honestly, this was my favorite. Like, this was my favorite part about vampires. Not because I support degeneracy, but they do hold like a mysterious, dark aura that is often sexy. And honestly, we saw none of that. Like, everybody was like mediocre, okay. And I'm not. Call me a hater. I don't care. But Haley Steinfeld. I don't know how to say her name. If I'm saying it right, I don't know. Is not sexy. She does not have seductive allure. She is, I don't want to be racist like people in America, but like she's like pure white. Like no, subtle movements with her body, her eyes, her voice. She's vanilla, bro. Like I never throw this around because I think it's cringe to call anyone food stuff like vanilla and whatever. But like she's so plain. Like, bitch, the F? Anyways. That usually, and there were like a couple of scenes where she was supposed to be like, oh, thanks, whatever. And she was like, mayonnaise. I swear to God, I was like, don't. Okay. Or mysterious trope that usually define the genre. That's what I'm saying. The movie leans on style and skips substance, the vampire substance, the blood, the sexiness, the darkness, the allure. It was not there. Especially when it comes to building suspense right here. There's no building to this. There was that one scene. If I want to be generous, I would say two. Like, bruh. You know what I mean? Oh, no. Okay, I hate the picture of I'm saying. And the CGI. Ugh. Genuinely the worst part of the film. Maybe the second worst because the whole film sucked. For those who don't know, I give the movie 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd. And if I didn't like vampirism or the fact that Michael B. Jordan isn't the lead, which I'm surprised that I like him as the lead. I'm surprised. I don't know why I like it, but I like it. Oh my God, what was I gonna say? If I didn't like those things, I think I would have given the movie like a 3 out of 5, but I could not dismiss the so many's of lacks, and there's more. My review's aren't done, so there's more lacks. The movie lacks a lot. The CGI was honestly bad. It was really bad. It was like poor. It was weak. It was fragile. It was, had no strength. It's like your computers from the 90s. Very, very low quality. The CGI is distractingly bad, making key scenes feel rushed and unconvincing. Hell yeah. Even the setting raises questions. It's supposedly set in a historical era where black men lack social power, yet the film portrays Jordan's character as highly influential with little conflict. And I hated this part. I hated that it's set in like I googled it. It said it sets in the 1890s and between the 1930s or something like that. And that's supposedly like to be really bad time in America and stuff like that. Like slave stuff and whatever. So black people are not supposed to have any type of social power. But he does. He's actually the big boss, And I'm like, at least address it. You know, if the intent was alternate history, it's never clarified, and that inconsistently becomes distraction. I know, bro. It was so bad, bro. I couldn't really find a good picture to describe the CGI with, so I just put the worst thing I can find, which is Haley. Okay. No shit to her, but like just acting wise, I'm sorry, girl. You're mayonnaise as fuck. What's most frustrating is the wasted potential. I know. The score is strong. I like the score. The first song they played was really good, and the song they played in mid of the movie was very good as well. For the vibes of the film, I enjoyed it. The premise is interesting, absolutely, but the execution lacks direction. Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying. Lacks so much. The final act takes a sharp turn into Tarantino-style chaos, stylized violence, with little emotional payoff. I'm telling you, it doesn't feel earned. You don't earn this moment, bro. You don't earn it, okay? And I don't feel for you. I felt 0% of any type of emotions, okay? Maybe hate. Maybe hate. And while the cast is solid on paper, I agree. Not all the performances land. Haley Steinfeld, in particular, feels miscast. It's like Anne Hathaway playing Catwoman. I know a lot of people love it, but she was stiff. She's not sexy, She's not that girl. You don't have dark allure. I'm sorry. But if you want to play a character like this, supposedly, like Catwoman or a vampire lady, you need to have dark allure. What do they call it? Femme fatale? You don't have it, bro. You're not it, and it's something you can't fake. Okay? Unable to ground her character in a way that connects, bro. I'm not sexed up. That's a fact. Sinners had all the ingredients for something thrilling, original, but ends up feeling like half-baked concept that never finds its footing. I think I shot myself indeed, my friend. And that is my review. Thank you so much. Bye.